there's all these nonprofits industry based. So like they were having me work this red carpet, do this, do that. And that was keeping me like, okay, like I can do this. And you know, it's a struggle living in LA. So basically I just have to get creative in my endeavors, volunteer, it'll turn into a job. So during my internship, I was educated about temping. So temping is like another way to navigate the industry. And I'm giving away some jewels, some gems.
Please, yes.
If you're trying to look, you know, to get into the industry or get these industry jobs, look into temp agencies. A lot of the roles are getting hired or, you know, they're going through temp agencies. So
to do like what type of like
these different roles at the
for real
the labels or Warner Brothers, Sony.
So it's like a temp job is like a temporary position, like usually 6 months or so. It could extend it, but you're more than an intern. You're like a contractor. Staff. Yeah, you're like a contractor,
freelancer.
But it's a great way to get a lot of relationships.
So a young lady told me that, and I ran with that, and I literally, for the past 6-7 years, I've on and off worked for Warner Brothers, Sony, and all these companies. And it's like, that's kind of been my way of getting that corporate exposure. But also a lot of things you guys see, that's just me on my own. Like I'm hungry. I want to help others. I believe in you guys. So it's like, you know, we got to figure this out. We're the next generation. So, you know, like I'm really happy for us. And I believe in all of us. And everyone has a role to play too. So, you know, like if I can learn and help you guys and educate you guys, then you know, that's kind of where I see myself too. Executive, you know, role. And they call me Suge Light. So, you know, I done earned the nickname Suge Light.
What is that about? You don't be beating down on people, do you? What's going on?
Suge Light.
I'm trying not to. But I'm just very blunt. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to kiss ass. I'll keep it real with you, you know? Yeah. And I hope you guys keep it real with me.
Facts. But I think it comes from a genuine place with you. Like, it's easy to tell that you're very passionate about what you do, and you're passionate about, you know, supporting the people that you care about and the projects that you're passionate about. What's like a recent project that you've done or something that you're excited about that you could talk about that you would like to share?
It's a lot. It's so much. Like, I'm currently working with the Corner Store LA.
Okay.
And that's another LA-based brand that I believe in, just like Suburban LA. And they're doing really great things, having a lot of artists come through. They're rolling out, helping other artists roll out their projects. And it's a lot of different things and moving parts, but also kind of working with Baron Davis over at Slick, helping with Jason Martin and some of the things he's doing. So I kind of have my hands in a few different pots, helping with community things, philanthropic things. It could be just you know, something simple like, you know, just, oh, this event's happening, or, you know, just kind of just making sure they're aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I love that.
Connecting the right dots.
Where do you think like these LA artists, right? There's always huge debate on Twitter and you know, you know. But what do you think that they're not doing right? Like, what is up with the stigma? Put me in that word, because I don't know. Like,
so I do got my feet to the streets.
Yeah.
So yes, I am around a lot of up and coming LA artists, and not even just LA, but there is a lot of surrounding areas like the Valley, IE, and
IE don't count.
There's
IE is on fire right now.
It is on fire.
Only one I mess with from IE is I can't think.
King Most Wanted.
No, my boy with the cane. I can't think.
Shacko.
Guys.
Yes.
Shacko.
Shout out to him, and he's a C-Sun Matador.
His birthday is this Friday.
Happy birthday! But basically,
we're going on a Cancun trip to Mexico.
Oh,
Shacko.
Okay,
and, like, his friends.
I love that. He got a whole universe and world.
No, he be celebrating his birthday. Well, this year is his Dirty 30.
You're going to Cancun with Shacko?
Yeah.
He be doing it big. I love that for him.
My college
Why
roommate.
wasn't I hold on.
Look, Scotty got left out the
My
group
college
chat.
roommate is good friends with Shacko, and I worked with Shacko on the PR side.
Yes.
So we're cool. But yeah, we're doing a trip.
Who you rooming with?
My friend Raven, my college roommate.
I gotta regulate that.
I love that.
What they say?
Y'all should vlog it.
They said you like Suge.
We should.
Suge Light.
You Suge Light? I'm Suge Dark. I don't. What you mean?
What you hating for? You
don't be getting. She gonna hit me. Hey yo, I'm just letting you know I'm not gonna be here next week.
I told you this 2 weeks
She
ago.
told me that 2 weeks ago, but you tell me he's gonna be with Shacko though.
Why not? Which does that matter?
It's none of my business. I just need tabs on like what's going on because I like Shacko.
Pull up.
Even though I couldn't think. Nigga, no, all right. Okay.
But I love that for him.
See how they do me?
I'm sorry, Scotty, you got left out the group chat.
Sorry. Anyway, we were talking about
some of these up and coming artists.
What are they doing wrong? Yeah.
I think some of them need to just be humble. First of all, just be humble. Do your homework.
Do you feel like they're entitled?
Some of them are very entitled. And you need to do your due diligence. Study. Like, I was a kid studying journalism. I was reading CD covers. Just, I don't know, like literally asking questions, asking whoever around about what was it like when this song dropped? Like, just some of the things they're doing, they think like they started it or they sampled this person. Like, no, go back a little bit. Go do some homework and research. And I think that will help some of them kind of, navigate their careers better.
What about the ones who, because I feel like there's a lot of artists, for instance, Airplane James or Sham.
Yes.
And I look at these guys, I'm like, yo, they're so
They
dope.
don't play about their brands.
But I also feel like they don't get the lift that I would want to see them get. Yes. Like, they're so dope, but I'm like, you're not, or at least the city, I don't know. But why is that?
I feel like it is a lot of, I don't want to say politics, but people are quick to get behind certain things a little more, sometimes more, I don't want to say negative things, but sometimes they're just quick to,
keep it real, Suge, like
back other stuff. And it's like we're saying, there's other quality artists. They from that section or they from over there too. They just a little more refined and sophisticated with it, or it's a little more curated, and you could see that. And I feel like that's honorable. You should care about your song, your music, your visuals, your rollout, your aesthetic. And again, some of these artists, they don't know any better, so I don't judge them for that. But it's like, try to do better or get feedback or talk to some managers, A&Rs, PRs, and also some of the women. A lot of these artists literally, they cut the women out. They don't make music for the women. They don't think about their female audience. We're the biggest supporters. We got money too. We show up to the shows. We buy merch. So, think about the women. And you'll never go wrong.
Yeah, no, I like that you talked about that too, because I feel like just from the artist perspective in general and from the publicist perspective, it's like people who are up and coming, when they're like developing their brand, I respect when they, have nice press photos, when their social media is together, when they're doing something creative. That really goes a long way, despite you being upcoming or not, because like it has like a longer purpose, like people are going to discover you and go back and be like, oh, they've been doing this. Like they've been consistent, on the branding side. But I also think sometimes it's like not even their fault. It's low-key like just lack of exposure,
that's
because
lack
all
of
it takes,
education.
Right. All it takes nowadays is really one viral song, and like that's how things start trending. For real. So it's like you got to kind of be ready for that moment. Otherwise, it's like you could be doing everything right. Like some of the most talented people I know are less than 1,000 followers on Spotify, And that doesn't necessarily mean they're not out here grinding, not working, don't have the things. It's just, how do you get seen, right? So like from your perspective, what are things that artists can do to kind of get seen, get visibility, and like grow their artistry?
So one thing I think some of them should do is, not saying you got to engage with everyone on your content or social media, but actually engage with people. Maybe support other people. You got to give support to get it.
Facts.
And some people are so cool, and it's like, you're not even posting. You have a show. How do we know to come?
They barely post the single sometimes.
Tell us. And how, how do we know you have a
release?
song?
They post it one time and never again. It's like nobody saw it, and I'm like,
but you
got to post it.